When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. As we roll into Week 12 in our coverage of EA Sports College Football, these are the types of games that can help define your season. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Maryland Terrapins. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
I caught up with the Oregon head coach before the game. He knew all along that this new landscape in college football would be a challenge. That's why in the Big Ten, they were preparing all along for these West Coast teams to have to travel a long way. They've been putting some sports science research together to make sure their players have all of the information they need to perform at their best. We'll see if they can bring that to the field here today. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. So the Oregon Ducks offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And here comes the junior quarterback to get things into gear. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores. They'll give it on the counter. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They give it to him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Ducks with the 1st and 10. Rashada Downs going up top. Makes the grab. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1. And that last completion left him with 2nd and 1. And this is a fun moment for an offensive coordinator. Wasting no time slinging it around. They're working that left side. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. In the red area, it's Kane. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks!
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Terrapins offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll pull it down. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. The Terrapins will punt it away on 4th down. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. On the move, it's Kane. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Right back to the well. Turning it on. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Maryland's offense comes out ready to go on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. First down, 10 yards to go. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. And that one's incomplete.
Hey, sometimes your quarterback's getting flustered and running all over the place, and that's the reason your offense isn't successful. Not that time. They had plenty of time to throw. Now let's see if we can get some execution out of them moving forward.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. Gashing the knee on the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland!
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Second down, gonna throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Straight ahead, it's Kane. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Fresh center downs going to the air. Got his man on the right. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. The Ducks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. On the draw, it's Kane. Enough to move the chains. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Got a little grass. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The offense knocking on the door, first and goal. He'll keep it himself. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the quarterback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. We've played one before we move on. Let's have a look at the stats. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. He's changing the play. On third and goal, they'll throw it. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Tackled and brought down. The 20-yard line, good coverage there. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Terrapins want to crank the tempo.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like before the half, they need to move this ball.
Snags it, and there's running room. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. They've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. The Terrapins go back to work after moving the chains through the air.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll go to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Terrapins looking to convert on fourth down. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Selling the fake. Extending the play. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
On the run, it's Kane. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. He's now up to 95 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw one first. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Changing the routes with his receivers. The play fake. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Trying to establish the run. Finds a little bit of space. Gets 3 to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. This time, they'll throw it. Turns it upfield. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Facing a third down and short from the 26. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Terrapins will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking for a gap. It's Kane. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Reels it in. Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. There he goes. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
No, and that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that.
He caught it! Maryland uses its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Well, we know this guy is special. And because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distance.
And he's in! Touchdown, Ducks! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. The Terrapins will get things going on offense as they come onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Rashad Downs going up top. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
On the move. He'll try to do it himself. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
It's so hard to defend these guys. You know, it's 1st and 10. Everything's available to you. You don't know if it's run or pass, and then you add in the scrambling element with the quarterback. He does a great job scrambling outside. And then at the end of the play, not taking a hit, getting a first down, new set of downs for the offense.
He'll pull it down and run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins!
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, we're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Gonna run it. It's Kane. He's got enough. They make the stop, and he's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Right back to the well. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. And the Terrapins decide to punt it away. On the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Looking for a crease. It's Kane. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. He's got it. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Just barely picked up a yard, but that last completion, it's 2nd and 9. Throws quickly. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And what a throw to get it in there, and they've got it in business in the red zone at the 13. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half, and you've got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
The Ducks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Oregon!
And you gotta love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the 2nd half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Maryland's offense comes out ready to go on the attack. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. RPO complete to open the drive. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Short completion on 1st down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got to 1st down. Might have a chance. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Man, how nice is it to have a guy that you can give the ball that can make such big plays? It makes play calling fun. It makes offense fun. Everything's built off of this, but when you can block it up front and give the ball to a speed so they can fly down the field, offense is a heck of a lot of fun.
Hit and drop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. Trying to barge their way in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Maryland! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. Got a little room. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Guys, here on the Ducks sideline, this has turned into a ground attack. Both teams able to run the ball, but they want to answer right now, see if they can continue to get some momentum. But keep in mind, they also want that passing attack to come alive. We'll see what they're able to do right here on this drive. I'll keep you posted on how things develop here on the sideline. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Second down to the air. Keeping his eyes downfield. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Finds a crease, it's Kane. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Wants to throw on third. Makes the grab. Runs through a man. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ducks!
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Second and long here. They'll try the right side. Down he goes.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Still looking. Makes one man miss. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short, and teams want to make their move in the rankings. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking for space, it's Kane. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
Keeps it on the ground. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Makes the grab. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Ton of ground to cover here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Ducks line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll field this one in tight quarters. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Looking down the middle. It's caught downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Fresh downs going up top. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man on the left. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
The Terrapins headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He'll get rid of it. He's got the tight end. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He's got the back in the middle. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. Wants to throw again. Extending the play. Oh, what a cut! He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Rush is on. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to get the first through the air. On the move. Touchdown, Terrapins! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up all. The whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Looking to throw. Setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Here comes the field goal unit. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. So now on comes the field goal unit. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. First play of this drive. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got a man, it's Best. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
He'll throw it. Does not enough on that one.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Keeping his eyes downfield. Nice move to keep running. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
And, man, that is the hard part about playing defense nowadays. It's not the first play. It's the second play that you have to react to. It's a pass. Everybody's playing pass, but he has the ability to do that. And we've seen him do it today already. Just take off, make things happen. Now the QB over 100 on the day, and his legs, they're a problem.
Throws to the back. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
A strike downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock. Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass on second down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Terrapins are in the hurry-up. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Look out. And down he goes.
And not a surprise, man. The biggest moment in the game on fourth down, gotta have it. They go back to the quarterback's legs. And the defense was absolutely not surprised. Been there, done that, bought the T-shirt and hat. They saw it, they diagnosed it, they came downhill, and they got him on the ground for the big fourth down stop.
And I think you have to give a lot of credit to the coaching staff communicating to all 11 guys on defense what they knew was going to happen. They made it very, very clear. It looked like the defense was expecting that. So a great job by them all being on the same page, and they were able to go out, play confidently, play fast, get him to the ground, and now they're going to walk out of here.